Stephanie White, her wonderful, wonderful, wonderful coach, was asked about her winning this award, this honor. What do you think Stephanie White did? Do you think Stephanie White was excited? Do you think she was happy? Do you think she was overjoyed by the fact that her star point guard, nonetheless, while injured, just was finally given a real honor by an organization like ESPN?
Caitlin Clark appears to have broken egos, broken ankles, and spilled buckets. AS Stephanie White attempts to play bully ball in what can only be called a full-court press of envy. WNBA fans are furious. Spoiler alert, Clark doesn't recoil. Was Stephanie under the impression that this was 2003? Sit down, girl. This story is more chaotic than a half-court buzzer beater gone wrong, with everything from small plays to side eyes caught in 4K. Let's dissect the situation that has supporters on the verge of rioting.
It looked like Caitlin Clark looked like she got a little hurt towards the end there. Is there any update on her injury?
No update. Just felt a little something in her groin, so we'll get it evaluated and see what happens from there.
Yeah, just kind of follow up on that. Looked like she was kind of grabbing at her right groin area. Is that the concern?
Yeah, that's the one she was grabbing at. I don't know which one it was, but yeah, I mean, that's it.
This instructor has the power to make you feel nauseous, I promise. I don't even want to mention her name, not because it's difficult to say, not because of silent letters or sophisticated French accents. No, just unadulterated annoyance. She resembles that replacement teacher who believes she is the lead character in a school play for which no one tried out. In reality, the fans are just wondering how someone with so much shade can still stand under stadium lights, yet she parades around like she invented basketball and behaves like we're all here to witness her genius unfold.
Well, now would it? I'll let you listen in on what Stephanie White had to say when she was asked about this after they got drop kicked by 21 points? I'll let you hear. You be the judge.
Let's be clear about one thing. The discussion about Kelsey would still be a specialized podcast part hidden beneath novice crocheting and unboxing ancient toasters if Caitlin Clark weren't in the league at the moment. You can't knock on Kelsey like that. Extraordinary talent. However, the ignition switch, which ignites this entire league, hits threes from the parking lot and rhymes with greatness. The fact that the camera angles were finally corrected wasn't the only reason for this new surge of interest. The reason for this is because one player entered and caused others to stop scrolling. Average is not the source of such type of gravitational force.
Stephanie White is a garbage human being. I am done trying to defend this woman in any way at all. So if you are white, Stephanie White was asked about Caitlin Clark getting WNBA Player of the Year. For those who don't know, she won that award at the ESPYs, and she got WNBA Player of the Year. So Stephanie White, of course, as her coach, is going to be asked about that award. So let's listen.
Nevertheless, some coaches act as guardians of some antiquated basketball order. As if Caitlin hadn't just made the WNBA more popular than a Kardashian controversy. The irony is that some coaches are behaving as though Clark is a distraction while supporters are wearing Clark shirts and yelling her name loudly enough to rattle rafters. A diversion from what? Your collapse in the fourth quarter, scoring 18 points.
Steph, I don't know if you noticed or heard about it, but during the game, Caitlin got honored as the WNBA Player of the Year in the ESPYs. Just what does it mean to have her impact so far? I mean, there are a lot of really good players in this league, and she got honored as the best player in the league by the ESPYs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she continues to get new awards, and Caitlin is so fortunate, as well as all these guys, really. I mean, that they don't know anything any different than the WNBA.
People are waiting in line for expensive popcorn and nosebleed tickets that require binoculars for a purpose. Additionally, it's not to watch someone's intricate zone defense collapse into mid-range bricks. Because they are eager to watch someone run an off-ball screen, the masses aren't showing up. They are coming because Caitlin Clark might carelessly set fire to a whole defense while tying her shoelaces. When she's not doing that, she's creating more excitement for the league than a free Chick-fil-A during a playoff game. Shall we discuss ticket refunds? Because we're approaching perilous terrain where the crowd's enthusiasm wanes more quickly than Netflix if specific players aren't on the court, a show following its second season. These supporters didn't pay to see someone benched out of spite disguised as strategy or to witness small-time coaching drama. The enthusiasm of an envious valedictorian who finds it unbelievable that someone skipped class and nevertheless performed really well on the test. How dare she skip the line we've been stuck in for years? Is what they truly mean when they say it's about earning your spot. It's more about insecurity disguised in coachees than it is about merit. The same individuals who are discussing team dynamics are also secretly viewing highlight reels and acting unimpressed. The passive-aggressive whistling are virtually audible through the screen.
It's Stephanie, you POS. Are you kidding me with this? This is her head coach, and this is why I said, and I've said this before, y'all, the Fever went old school WNBA. You cannot trust them. They went old school with their front office. They dialed it all the way back, bringing in Kelly, bringing in Amber. Stephanie is the epitome of old school WNBA. This is a woman married to a man, goes into the WNBA, and is now with a woman. Does that not sound? I mean, I never released a video, but I did it. So for those of you that don't know, real quick.
It's becoming painfully clear who is genuinely interested in winning and who is threatened by emerging stars, because eventually it stops being about player development and starts to resemble a personality competition where the only thing being cultivated is someone's bitter streak. It is not appropriate to put coaches with brittle egos in close proximity to generational talent. Giving a Picasso to someone who has a paint-by-numbers kit and a grudge is like that. The league has been waiting for a moment like this for years. Visibility, viral highlights, and college ball crossover fans. At last, it has here. However, let's minimize it with a bizarre power play that even middle school gym instructors would refer to excessive. Being the league's most talked about, watched, and imitated player is suddenly insufficient. It now comes down to whether or not she meets someone's unreasonable standards for obtaining it. In the meantime, item sales are skyrocketing and the scoreboard is shining. However, let's pretend that her presence isn't the only factor driving attendance figures that haven't changed in decades. Completely irrelevant.
Welcome to Keep the Vision, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification for your boy. Appreciate all the support we've been getting. Listen, man, this Caitlin Clark versus Stephanie White thing could turn ugly, and it could turn ugly fast, y'all. I have to be straight up with y'all. Stephanie White wants to play the polar opposite way that Caitlin Clark wants to play. The Indiana Fever got a big win yesterday, and it was a tale of two halves. The first half, the Indiana Fever played that Stephanie White style, that grinded out, ugly, puke basketball.
Here's the worst part. Guess who will start complaining about ratings and media attention when the seats are empty once more due to the fans realizing their favorite is being benched? The same individuals who, rather than viewing her as the prize, viewed her as a problem. Perhaps you shouldn't tear up the league's lottery ticket because you don't like who scratched it. Observing coaches attempt to exert control over a player who has already dominated every arena she has entered since college is an incredible experience. Everyone can sense their uncertainty, even though they can act like it's just getting used to the professional level radiating like burnt toast from the bench. Don't act as though you didn't anticipate people yelling, "We want Caitlin," louder than the game commentary. In the end, this league doesn't require more sermons about everything. It requires the kind of energy that enables both grandparents and adolescent males to watch a WNBA game and stay tuned past halftime. Fans will begin treating game schedules like tour dates as these ego trips continue. They won't appear if the star doesn't.
So, we have Stephanie White addressing Caitlin Clark winning the SB's Women Player of the Year award. And you got to understand, Stephanie White, this is very important right here. You can shut down a lot of narratives. You can let the Indiana fan base know you do rock with Caitlin Clark, because as of right now, we don't think you do. You don't want the ball in her hands. You don't talk about her plays. You talk about everybody else except her. Hell, I've seen you talk about Paige Beckers more than Caitlin Clark, and when they played back and forth, and we the ones who won. You have a constant habit of doing this.
This isn't a high school talent performance when everyone gives courteous applause. It's prime time. It's cameras, lighting, and a lack of tolerance for coaching grudges under the pretense of discipline. The rest of the world is just trying to watch Caitlin Clark do what she does best: dominate, entertain, and make the sport look enjoyable again, while other people hold their clipboards like holy relics. Yes, But let's waste airtime discussing if she's ready when the coach's ego for a player larger than their playbook is the only thing lacking. The fans are becoming agitated meanwhile. They know what they came to see, not because they are impatient. Additionally, if the author of the subtitles, they'll find another venue to spend their money, and if they can't figure that out, every time Kelsey touches the ball, the coach claps as if she's attempting to call forth a genie. However, Caitlin blinks as if her contacts have dried up when she fouls and sinks a logo 3. It's a drama instructor at a middle school who plays the lead role. Stephanie wants the flowers, the confetti, and the attention, but it keeps returning to Caitlin like a heat-seeking missile, and it's killing her. One uncomfortable news conference at a time.
So Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans are having a meltdown about they god Stephanie White that they wanted so bad, man. So I've been seeing the takes, man. So now they want Caitlin Clark to demand a trade, or they want the front office to pick between Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White, man. I'm not gonna say I tried to tell y'all, man, but it's just like, I was trying to tell y'all, man, like, Stephanie White is not this god that y'all was making her out to be, man.
She will discuss players from 10 years ago as if they had just dropped 40 the night before. She finds solace in the past. Additionally, Caitlin turns more quickly than a terrified point guard on a double team if her name is mentioned. All of a sudden, the focus is on the group, the leadership, or the contributions made by veterans. No one is requesting a Hall of Fame slideshow, girl. We want to know why you can't send flowers to the person who, by literally breaking viewership records, brought this league back from obscurity. Even as a rookie, Caitlin Clark is already producing numbers that make seasoned pros appear to be doing a charity scrimmage. Because this isn't a coaching strategy, therefore don't make the mistake. Under the pretext of mentoring, this is ego management. Stephanie doesn't necessarily want Caitlin to fail. She simply wants to avoid winning too much. Not more than Kelsey, and most definitely not more than Stephanie, who seems to think of herself as this team's true face. Ironically, in a season where she should have been the hero riding shotgun to greatness, she is making herself the antagonist. Sata Sabali did not participate in the All-Star game either. What might be the cause?
Sabali has dropped out of the 2025 All-Star game, which is crazy in itself, but she has. Now, she did release a post on Instagram as well. Chloe Peterson said, Satu Sabali, who is on Team Clark, says she will not be playing in the All-Star game this weekend.
Rather, she is preoccupied with outshining the sun. Caitlin is incredibly talented. It's not normal at all. She's the type of athlete that makes you stop everything, including supper and arguments, to watch what she does next. Stephanie is over here drawing the curtains and lowering the lights in the hopes that no one would notice the fire. Additionally, the more she attempts to stifle the excitement, the more noticeable it gets. Every strange rotation, every time Caitlin is benched when it counts, and every press conference that is full of cryptic compliments and forced grins. It's similar to witnessing someone attempt to transport water in a colander. Dirty and useless. The fans are intelligent, but it's challenging to maintain a relationship when you continue to obscure the team's primary motivation for participating in national discussions. She's not creating a culture. She is constructing a trap. One in which brilliance is penalized if it puts her at danger. She is the captain moving deck chairs while the Titanic collides with a pettiness-filled iceberg of PR catastrophes.
Hi, I'm Stephanie White, head coach of the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark, and I'm a complete clown! I'm a clown! That is what I am as a head coach. I am a clown. I am ruining Caitlin Clark. I have no idea what I'm doing as a coach. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've been sent here on a mission to ruin Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. And I think I'm doing a masterful job because I suck. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I actually have no idea how I got this job in the first place.
Imagine thinking, let me talk about someone who averaged 7 points a game in 2009 instead. As you watch a player from a different generation reimagine the game, this is how it feels. It's similar to witnessing someone attempt to transform a Beyoncé performance into a Madone lecture. Yes, the past is important, but don't let it get in the way of your future. Additionally, she discloses more about herself than the rookie each time she minimizes Caitlyn's influence. This has nothing to do with growth or humility. It has to do with control. It has to do with refusing to acknowledge that the team's gravitational center has moved and is no longer circling the coach. It's circling a novice who arrived, started a fire, unintentionally revealed the true size of certain people's egos. She is standing in front of the wave with a megaphone, attempting to remind everyone who is in charge, rather than taking the wave to new heights. The problem is that nobody is paying attention. They're too preoccupied to see how confidently Caitlyn is doing something that hasn't been done in years, making your favorite motivational speaker sound like a dial tone.
Glaze her, but this is the Woman Player of the Year award, and you're the coach. You went out of your way to come to coach her. So I'm expecting you to really turn up right here and really congratulate Caitlin Clark for going through all that adversity, now the injuries, her getting fouled on a nightly basis, all kinds of things. If you just say all of this, some of the heat will be off you, because it looks to me like you're an agent. It looks to me like you're an agent. You're damn sure about that.
You would think a coach's job would be easier with a guy like him, but not when the coach is too preoccupied with making headlines. Not when she perceives every Caitlyn highlight as a rivalry. Every jersey sold was a threat, and every sold-out arena was a slight. She's not constructing anything. It's being guarded by her. Additionally, the fans are becoming impatient. They were there to witness excellence. They came for spectacular passes, deep threes, and clutch plays. They weren't there for a grudge battle between the coach and the player, which would have involved strange substitutions and passive-aggressive interviews. Caitlyn isn't the iceberg either. It's that inflated drifting like a thundercloud over each choice. You are no longer able to conceal it. The interviews, the body language, and the reluctance to promote the guy who is bringing the club back into the spotlight all add up. Additionally, the fans are already writing her legacy while she is out there attempting to build her own. And it's not flattering, spoiler alert.
Okay, I'm not saying this out of disrespect, okay? I'm not saying this out of disrespect, but I gotta say it. And I know I'm not the only guy that feels this way. Man, Stephanie White's kind of bad, bro. Look. I seen her on the press conference the other day. I'm like, she kind of bad. She's kind of bad.
The coach who controlled egos won't be the subject of the narrative. It will focus on the coach who is unable to handle her own. The person who mishandled the most valuable gift in sports. A once-in-a-generation talent that captivates the entire nation with his charisma and skill. She attempted to dampen it rather than embrace it. By doing this, she reduced what could have been a historic season to a reality program with poor editing and lower viewership. Go ahead and continue to celebrate each layup as if it were the second coming. Maintain your rookie demeanor. Smashing records is only incidental. Continue attempting to deceive the entire fan base into believing that this is all a part of a bigger scheme. However, the reality is out. Fans are closer than ever, and the energy is off. It's not because of you or nostalgia, but rather because one guy entered the league and rekindled everyone's first passion for basketball. And perhaps coaching isn't the issue, if that's what gives you the creeps. Perhaps it's only you.